Hello, hello, and welcome to Cinnamon Night Entertainment. Alright, everybody, it's time to return to this fantastic game, Abiotic Factor. I'm hoping in the description I'll be putting a blurb as to the rules. They'll be going for the challenge now that we've actually finished the basic tutorial of the game, which includes that beginning area, really. Once you defeat that creature, the four-legged beast that we defeated at the end of the last episode, we are ready to move on. Alright. Let's get into the world. So now, the game has opened up into its own, and we have various areas now to explore and take a look around, and time will tick on by. We're still a little bit damaged, and we have, a little bit less than our little flashlight there, but that's perfectly fine. Get our basic weapons. That desk leg is on its last, run. I'm just going to kind of drop it in the darkness over here and pretend it never existed. So, I'll be going through the kind of rules of this as we go along. Whoop.
Hey, do I know you?
Nope, this dude's talking to me. Now, real quick, one of the things you got to do every single time you boot up the game is get it to go through all the little things here. And
Come here, mate.
boop, boop, boop. Yeah. Shut up, security dude. Yeah, one person. All right.
Look, I don't know what's going on. They don't tell me squat on a good day, and this isn't a good day. But if the
Fair.
voice says get out, I'd do what she says. Elevators are dead, so head for the main tunnel in manufacturing on wing 2. There's maps over there. But me, I'm staying
right here. All right, that's boring. Your friendly security guy who is basically gonna spend his entire day in this little room. He's got peas, he's got Vit Cola, he's got little plants. Looks like a bucket back there, nachos, candy bars, all kinds of stuff. He's well stocked. Alright, well, let's start grabbing things. So, the generalized rules of this entire challenge are going to be based around the concept of, to a certain degree, minimalization and nomadic. As we continue on through the course of the game, we are going to, move our base a lot every single time we come to a new map area, minus a little bit of weirdness in the beginning here, which is just going to entirely be based around what we have access to, what we've able to. Now, I've decided if I'm going to leave a crafting bench at each one of my temporary bases to create a little kind of still safe zone area. But, right now, that's what we got. Alright, Pipe Club. This is indeed a better metal weapon. Boom. Pipe Club is now available to us. A Choppinator, that is basically a spinning death machine that you can use for base defenses. And a platform cart, which is going to be our first base mover. And this will be the limit of everything that we can move from our base into a new area. So, yeah. I'll be running around, I'll be crafting weapons, I'll be doing other things of that nature based off of the materials at hand and the materials that we're going to be grabbing along the way. So yeah, that's right now the goal. Nope, got an extra screwdriver I don't need. I'm sure I've got space in one of my storage things for it. The first thing we're going to do is we need to make batteries and other successful items here on level 1, which has its own map out of the office sector. Boom. You are here, and it's got everything for the cafeteria, including a back room we'll be going to shortly. We've got a terminal here, which I'm not going to be reading through all these. At some point, I may be doing a series based around the lore of these, but for right now, this is what we're working with. All right. Notice down here, we've got a fountain with some really nasty-looking water. Yeah, tainted water. Yeah, we'll be avoiding that. We've got a lot of benches here, which are just going to give us wood if we break them down. Oh, there's a hose. Yep, more wood. Paper. Wood. I do have an idea of where I'm going to be moving for my next base when we get everything set. But there's a couple ground rules that I want to do before I do that, which you guys will see throughout the course of this. Office stool. It's going to break most likely. Metal and metal scrap. The cafeteria trays. This would be great if I could break them down right now, but I can't. So still no plastic. Nothing over here, but we can open this up. A lot of this game is going to be running around and opening doors that will interconnect throughout the entire facility. Because while it's a giant maze, the facility is expansive. Like this door right here, it's a security door. It goes to manufacturing. We cannot go through there right now because it is locked. Paper, not getting lucky on the RNG and the trash cans. Really hoping to get some plastic. But that's what happens sometimes. Oh, there's some plastic. That's a good start. And we've got a bunch of tram systems here, which are not working. This entire place is on a lockdown. Trash can. Oop, I successfully got a trash can. Which will make some more temporary storage for our base. You notice I'll be doing a lot of running, getting that XP up. I'm going to be breaking down a lot of stuff to get our construction up as time goes on, until we get better at constructing, and then, well, it's going to be less useful for us. Time ticked. It is 10 a.m. We are on a time schedule. Now, everything over here is going to power down. Before then, we're going to need to make one of these, which requires parts that we do not have. One of them's fairly easy. Oh, nope. Energy brick and fan. Where are my fans? There are my fans. We're going to be making 2 of these bad boys. You know what? Let's make 3. Alright. So we got 3 of those. We still don't have other things that we need. Mostly because we need some stuff that's going to be in computers along the way. Now the plastic we needed because we wanted to make a helmet of some kind. Which, the only thing we have available is this bad boy right here. We need 2 plastic. We do not have enough. We only have 1. Pardon me. Plenty of other supplies that we need, though. I do want to advance my club. We got it. We're gonna use it. Where are my poop bioscrap? Aha. Pressure gauge. Weapons. Boom. Pipe club. We're gonna craft one. Crafting is now level 1. It's another sign of how awesome we're getting. Not really yet, but, you know, it's got some beauty to it. Yes, and there's the food we have, which we're going to cook. Some of what we got to help deal with our hunger. Now we are going to get slowly irradiated by these things, but we have convenient tools for that. Oh, more cloth scrap I never got. Another knife. Having a bunch of knives in the beginning, not a big deal. Screwdrivers, you don't need multiple of them. So for any of you who were like, you know, why does he keep grabbing these? Yeah, it's not necessarily going to be a useful thing. Wait, not that cloth. We'll probably find a way to be there and get rid of it. Nope. I want the chef's apron. It's going to be useful for the next time I harvest things. And, yeah, you know, I'm just going to put the cloth there for now. So I've got a weapon club. Grab and cook. Pardon me. We're going to be getting some stuff to deal with our other things shortly. Resting is not a bad thing to do upon occasion. Just go ahead, lie down. Boop. Resting minigame. And let's see if our food's done cooking. It is not. We are a really crappy cook. I am going to take one of these bad boys with me here. And one of these bad boys with me here. You know what? We'll take a full little regarding. Now, if you heard that sizzle, it's because this finished. We have a cooked alien drumstick. It'll provide us with some food, but also gives us some mild radiation. But we're not too bad off. Alright. Explore off to the other side of this large place over here. Notice there's multiple places to go, but over here, if we pull out our handy dandy flashlight, we have water. It's a water cooler. Our first bit of safe water that we have. Very nice. We are definitely going to put that down. Now, water in this, for the most part, is going to be a constant battle to get going. But we'll be coming across lots of water coolers. Already, yeah. Oh, there's plastic. I knew I got more plastic. I can make my new hat, which is going to be an insanely useful hat in the beginning here. We're going to get a little irradiated as we try to get this together. We're going to make the carbuncle helm. I need 2 duct tape. Boom, boom, and boom. Now this thing is no longer giving us any level of radiation, but it is a very low durability. But we're getting better armor because of it. And I'm going to put away our outfit. I'm going to start to put the water, put these in here. Because this next bit of what we're doing, we're going to focus on materials. I don't know why it's telling me that something happened here, but something did. And right here is a charging station. Look at that. It'll charge up that yellow bar. I want it to hurry up, though. So I got stuff to do. Pardon me. Get our combat stuff ready here. Boom. Okay. Still on this level, we can come over here. There's a crate. We got our crate breaking club. Which cloth, giga glue, and wood. Nothing too fancy. Nothing too fancy. Oh, we have enemies.
Any colder and I'll be homeostatic.
And face them in nice battle. Alright. Now, still gonna be really cold in here. Oh, he spotted us. Which is fine. Now, if you want to try to time it, these guys take a little bit extra damage, at least it seems to be, when they're midair. What do we have here?
Today, I discovered that Dr. Stern's latest software experiment was simulating the entire facility.
Yeah.
A microcosm of Cascade and every staff member within it. Even myself, I gather. When I asked about it, he seemed to be trying to find a way to accelerate our research. I inquired about the ethical considerations, and he just looked at me blankly. The man is a genius, but more
break some
dangerous
stuff
to
up
this
here while I
facility
got it.
than most of its subjects. I'm sure of it. An exceptional scientist, all the same.
All right. Grab everything here. All kinds of stuff we're getting here in this frozen server room. And oh, we broke it, but we got another club. Inventory is full. I don't actually need the chair. I mean, I don't need a lot of things, so I'm actually gonna put it down there. I'm gonna grab the club, and let's put it together. Where'd I put my screwdriver? Rawr. Dope. You know, I don't think I've ever noticed the sounds of the servers working in the background before. It's a nice little cheeky detail. Yeah, we gotta work on our melee. Well, can't do the metal scrap. That's fine. But we've got our first bit of stuff we need to actually make the batteries. Not gonna be a lot. It's enough to start. And boom. I don't need this for back here. Now, you can just like auto flush stuff from your inventory into spaces. In the case of the controller, it's sitting right on the D-pad. In the case of PC, it's going to be, well, other things that I don't know much about. I could have sworn I had more toolboxes, but extra screwdrivers are now all going to go into that spot there. Oh, this stuff has other spots where it can go. And that's gonna be about it right now. So we're gonna need that, and we need that, and I think we need metal. Where's our metal storage? Went through all that. Boom. You can pin these things to a taskbar. I tend to not do that. Yep, we can make one battery, which is not going to be enough for our purposes. Now, these are items that will take space, so this is going to be something that will affect our transportation later. But there we go. Now, real quick, I'm going to put these together, figure out what all I need for these things. Yeah, I know it's going to be a little more complicated. Power supply unit. The switch, whatever. Oil, metal, pipe, coil. A lot of coils are going to be needed. Furniture, heater. I'm going to be honest. There are places where these things become very useful. But except for in very specific circumstances, they're not really going to be needed for this. Oh, glue. Signs, pretty useful for fun and base building. Makeshift flashlight, if you ever lose all your flashlights. And a portable stove. This is another thing that's going to be very much needed through the course of this game. And keyboard. Alright, that should be all our designs. Let's go get some more stoof. Oh. Turn that on. And I'm going to put my extra knife in here. And put away the rest of my stuff. Alright. Apparently my throat is being a little bit of a pain. Do I not have room for the rest? Dang nabbit. You and you get to hang out there, and you get to hang out here. Let's clear out the inventory. And we have explored most of the first level. All of the first level. Pretty simple. One area checked off the map. Now we enter office sector proper. Which we just got a thing saying, hey look, there's an administrative and stuff here. So there's going to be a bunch of stuff over here for us to do as well. Got a path through here. We don't have a map for this area yet, so let's stay close for home for the moment. And I heard little fuckers being little fuckers. Take that, and there's going to be another one over here. Really? Kill it. Bash everything else to doom, but I'll kill it. Got a nice big fancy table here. It's gonna be so nice when you get a headlamp, but right now we're gonna have to deal with flashlights.
Dr. Derek Mance reporting. Research Director, Gate Cascade Research Facility.
No.
Originating in Antiverse 2.
Nope.
IS-171 is a stationary sessile entity that traps its food with a retractable tentacle.
Talking about the carbuncle.
Experience of being caught is rather like being attacked by an
More
angry
water.
monster.
For a while, it's
No real
gonna always be
threat,
brought
but
with
leaves
us.
an enduring,
Rubber band
not
balls.
entirely unpleasant smell on anything it touches.
Hey.
Suggestions for possible
Carbuncle
applications
balloon
include
and a
perfume,
makeshift chest plate. Some other
industrial
things.
scents, and olfactory-based crowd control systems.
Yeah, Dr. Mance really wasn't paying attention. But you do your thing. These are all gonna break. They're actually fantastic storage early on, because they also give you a kind of basis to do it. Now, like I said in the beginning, we're going to be going through these, collecting up their stuff, breaking them down by trying to pick them up. Like this table, 92% chance to break. Yeah, there was no way in heck I was going to grab that. There's some more plastic, which is one of the things that is a issue for us. Well, I picked up an office chair. We're gonna have to break that. Now, you can get XP with weapon by breaking this stuff down by using it, or you can try to construct it and cause it to break, which is worth more XP. That table did not stop that chair from moving. Welcome to some of the weird stuff that's gonna happen as you try to make stuff in this game. Now, I'm not going to break apart those peccaries. They're the pests. Not peccaries. They are pests. And let's destroy these. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Like I said, this is all for the beginning for our first base move. And some basic supplies. So we're going to come around here. What do we have here? We got this. That's paper. We have a couch. Can we pick it up? Aha, we got a couch. This is important. Like here, with these things here, if you notice my blunt is going to start getting XP as I destroy stuff. Or not. Interesting. Well, we are super heavy because everything we're carrying, so let's go back. No extra computers found. Did I grab everything that's in here? It looks like it. We can break that glass if we really wanted to. We don't want to yet. And we're gonna come on down here. Deposit more water here. Boom. And now that we have one, let's see if we can break this down. Yep, it got destroyed. And the wood disappeared into the aether. But we already have a bed in our inventory. so we can make our makeshift bed. And boom. Compared to just running around destroying that stuff, we got 22 making the bed. Let's dump stuff back off. Now, we have a couple other options here that have happened. But I don't want to spend the time to do it just yet. Where did I put the rubber band balls? In one of these storages. Well, it's going to be in that one now. My club is almost dead. Imagine that. Hey, look at that. Pile of clubs. Let's grab another club. What time is it? It is 7 p.m. It is almost nighttime. We need to hurry if we're going to make another battery that's going to be useful. I came in here for a club. Got one more good one. Boom. And now we run. I used to be terrified of running around at night. I am no longer terrified of running around at night. I haven't played the game as much as I have. You kind of get used to it. It's going to be some more basic stuff. Plastics we definitely need a couple of. Herb bands, other things. Right now we're looking for a computer to break down more than anything else. I will take the binder and a stapler. Some pens. I will check out that terminal in the morning. We'll grab a phone. We need one of those. There we go. We have more water coolers here. We've got enemies over there. We don't want to mess with them just yet. And here is going to be another computer. And another enemy. Oh, looks like we have attracted the attention of another badass. Now, had I been prepared for this and come in with a net, and we got him. Alright, gotta be quick. Almost nighttime. The security bots run around at night. Now, like I said, I'm going to be running around at night. But, see, there we go. It counted for this XP. I'm not sure why it didn't on the others. In here, we just got some paper.
This sector will be powered down.
We're going to grab this water cooler.
If you have not already evacuated the facility, consider this your top priority.
We got plenty to do over the night, so we're just going to get back. You know what? While I'm here, we're going to tear this guy apart and get some more meat. We're going to try to get more meat. All right, let's tear apart one of these. It's some pest rum. There's worse things. Do I still have room? I do. Let's grab the ethanol, which did not give us any designs yet. Hey, look at that. We have seeds. And while we're here, let's get ourselves a drink. Sinks do slowly fill over time. There's a dripping noise that happens as they're going to help signify that. And you know what? I don't need that piece of glass right now. So we're going to grab that water cooler. And we're going to head back to base, as we are way too heavy. Now, as I have said before, if you want to try to mitigate your strength, you put stuff into this, the hot bar at the bottom. Yes, I know. The little sparkles are telling me that I'm getting a little bit irradiated as I go, which is fine. We have drinking. We got plenty of drinking water actually right now. And before it gets too late, we're gonna run really quick. We noticed in the beginning of the game we're getting lots of designs. This is the new area grind of the game. Wash ourselves off, because a dirty scientist is an infected scientist. Bad things happen. Alright. But we're going to be back in the base for a minute, because this time we're also going to be fulfilling our needs and whatnot. Now, We're gonna switch you out here. And in fact, you know what? No, not yet. Not yet. We're gonna start you to cook. Then we're gonna make another battery. Now, batteries don't charge overnight. In fact, that will start draining its energy there. But we still want to make one more battery. Ooh, armor stand. Alright. Walkie-talkie. Very useful during multiplayer game. I'm literally just doing this to get rid of it. I shouldn't be taking the time to do this. Boom, walkie-talkie. Alright, I'll get to the other stuff later. Right now, we want battery makeshift, which we need energy brick and metal. Energy brick. And metal. Where'd I put my metal? There's where I put the metal. Boom, boom. And make one. We are going to drop off our radiated meat so it doesn't get us while we're going. Now, even though it's the middle of the night, we're going to be running out here into the dark. I'm putting another charger. Because it will charge there. And so I'm going to try to hook that up to the base because I don't want anything to spawn.
All vacant perforations will be resetting.
If you notice, that's a security robot.
2.
I would be very hard pressed to take one of those out this
Reset
minute.
complete.
We will be shortly. They're not super difficult if you know what you're doing. And we got another brick. And with this, our base should be able to be safe throughout the night for the level of power that it's... Oh, see, if you notice, it's even getting a little lower. Hopefully, nothing will spawn as we do this. Alright. I hear the meat cooking. Let's hope it isn't going to burn. Boom. Cooked peccary chop. Nom nom nom. It's just some food. And while we're at it, let's eat these peas. And get rid of our rest of our inventory. You'll see why in a moment. Gotta hurry. Because if I don't, life's gonna get a little more difficult for us. That'll have to do there. Combine that there. Boom, boom. That will work for the moment. So now, we're going to travel this way for multiple reasons. First one is, for those of you who are experienced in this game, you might know about this, you might not. There's multiple areas in the game where there's big choppy fans. They turn off at night with everything else. So at night, you can come through here. And this will probably lead to another battle. Oh, not even that tough of a battle here. Hey, got some sneaking XP. Oh, ammo on the ground. And I hear a carbuncle. Meh. And we want one of these because we need to make our first trinket. But we're back here because there's going to be stuff we're going to grab here. We have now unlocked the door from this side. We couldn't get through there before. That's the most important thing we need to do. And here's the creepy coworker. He's a weirdo. Alright. Run back to base. My character is getting tired. But we're carrying around radiated meat. Next thing we want under armor gear is to make a carbuncle balloon, which requires some rubber band balls, bio scrap. Where's my bio scrap? Rubber band balls are in here. What else do we need from this bad boy here? A hose and another carbuncle. We got one hose. Boom. We're gonna grab this while we're at it. And we are gonna get radiated by this whole measure here. But there is one of these things I told you many times before that will always respawn. Oh, let's close this door real quick. Just back up over here. Oh, I want my sneaky roll. This guy will always respawn. So if you're in the need of looking for carbuncles, look no further than this bad boy right here. As I said before, I call him Blinky. Another raw carbuncle. So one of the focuses that I'm going to be doing as I get into each area is upgrading my equipment as it becomes available.
Attention. This sector is under
Security measures, yes. I am well aware, game. So it's going to be what we need at any given time when we need it. Let's get that carbuncle balloon, and now we have a fancy balloon that comes around with us. It's mildly hilarious in a multiplayer game. Boom. We have more food, which we're going to eat. Get full on food. We have no more irradiated meat. We're going to drink. I don't believe I'm very dirty, but let's rest. It's as respawn point. Now, I did something in this game that I would never do. At least until I was ready to make a mega base. Our only bathroom that we know of right now is over here. And is infested with pests. Oh, I didn't. It's still there. Never get rid of that trash can. The pests will wander around. As long as that door is closed there and that trash can is there, you won't have to deal too much with the pests. Let us poop with great vigilance. Yay! Well, no water to wash. That's fine. I have now gone through, taking care of all of my needs. Alright. So we saw some other equipment to come. Makeshift chest plate. Yeah, that sounds like a fancy thing here. Book and duct tape. Oh, not that. Maybe it's glue. Nope, glue does not fit there. Cloth. Alright, if we get a cabinet of some kind. I have no idea why it's saying that it's irradiated. That's strange. We should be able to make our first bit of our makeshift chest set. Now we also have the plans on making a crossbow, which we are gonna do. Club. Test leg. We've automatically already gotten the throwing dart and the makeshift bolt. Base defenses, shock trap. I mean, probably not going to use any of these. Oop, wrong one. It uses too many resources that we need. That's just inconvenient. Food and cooking. We figured out how to make a cooking pot makeshift. And under farming, fishing rod. Also, a cloth rope. None of which we need right now. We do want to try to get a new chest plate, though. That would be fancy. But before we can do that, once again, I'm going to make our first storage crate. 2 wood, 2 plastic. We should have enough plastic and wood now. Oh, I still have storage space left in there. And wood. So, let's make 2 of these bad boys here. And boom, and boom. Build them up, get some construction XP. As this is a crafting survival game to a certain extent, despite the fact that it's a storied one, that you'll get the ability to do stuff as you get more materials. You'll be spending a lot of time making things. Now, crossbow. We need another stapler. I'm pretty sure we used our only stapler already. I'll double check before. But we unlocked this door with this materials. So, let's see what's going on over here. And I didn't break it. But I can get this thing out of my freaking way. Take that, construction XP. Now, more things will spawn in here. This is outside of our area of control. But in here is a smorgasbord of materials and items. Many of which we're going to need. Not so much of the paper, but got some of these cabinets here. Oh, look at that. Duct tape and rubber band balls and some metal. Another stapler. It's almost like this was planned out. And more paper, of course. Lots of paper. And an anvil. Very important item, this anvil. Normally, in this game, you can't get the anvil till you get to the next section. This anvil, though, is a predetermined drop that will always be there. Hey, look at that, more ammo. Ammo is nice. I'm going to try to break this table to get a new club, and I did not succeed at doing that. You know what? I'm going to keep the table on me for the moment. Take the cloth and the money, the cloth and the duct tape. Let's see if we can pick these bad boys up. Nope, nope, not that one. How about this one? Hey, failure. All right, don't need any pipes, don't need that plastic. Yeah, don't need that plastic right now. And do a real quick look-a-rooney. Nope. Maintenance access here is not really anything. It's some cloth on the floor. And this has some more stuff that we don't really need at the moment. Boom. All right. So far, so good, right? I mean, we're surviving. We've got some of our needs covered. Alright, we're going to start putting some stuff that we're going to generally trying to access here in a chest that are building materials. And yeah. And stuff like the desk, I'm going to put in there. Ammo doesn't need to be here. Anvil doesn't need to be there. Seeds don't need to be there. Oil, glass, book, and that, sure. Gonna make sure that none of this stacks. Stacking is important. Save space. Alright. You, what do you got in you? You got the desk in you. Desk, anvil, ammo, and seeds. Not needed quite yet. Condense that stuff off the side. Add the poop. Alright. A bunch of stuff stacked there. Get the plastic trays. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. You know what? We'll put the extra screwdrivers. No, we are not going to put the extra screwdrivers there. Or the club. These are going to be our more rare items and stuff I don't need. So let's put all of our extra screwdrivers there in that box. And our extra knife there. Our extra club there. Oh, I did have two staplers. I'm silly, apparently. Flashlight, can I have room for the flashlight? No room for the flashlight. Extra flashlight. Replace the club. We're gonna get lots of clubs. We won't know what to do with all their clubs. Such amazing clubs they'll be. Alright. I do want that club now, actually. So we're gonna make the crossbow. Now, in your inventory, you want to make sure the thing is of the highest quality. Make sure that none of the stuff you're putting together are damaged. Rubber band balls and stapler, rubber band ball, and plastic parts. Get ourselves a start on a makeshift crossbow. We're going to be absolutely terrible with this, but it's an improvement. All right. Make sure to dump our stuff back out. And look at what we need for the next item that we're going to make. We need some bolts, pens, metal scrap. Pens, we don't have a whole lot. Let's make sure I don't have any more hiding anywhere else. We're gonna end up so many pens. So many pens. Oh, there's metal and duct tape. That shouldn't be in there. I just forgot about them. Alright. But we're gonna turn all of our pens into crossbow bolts. Which, look at that. And then we can reload the crossbow. Boom. Alright. Our first kind of dependable little weapon. Now, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll, you know, put everything in and then hit the sort button. More, not necessary, but something I do. Alright, we still need a cabinet and some other items. Now, I know where I'm going to want to build my base here on the second level, because we're going to be moving our base up here when it's time. But for right now, we have a little bit more time to take a look and see what we can get around here. And of course, there are enemies wandering around. It heard the bolt. It has not seen me. Still has not seen me. Still has not seen me. We've gotten its attention a couple times. Hey, we got him. That's some shooting XP, and any bolts that you fire, you will pick up as you walk over them. At least you're supposed to. Apparently not. I thought they had modded that. Well, that's interesting. A lot of boxes. Fancy keypad. What is this?
Clearance insufficient.
No clearance. That's fine. We're going to move into here. And we're going to loot this place. For everything that it's worth. Hey, look at that. Standing lamp. We want those. Makeshift spear. Can I pick up the filing cabinet? Nope. It becomes metal. Shucks. It's kind of our focus at the moment. Is these filing cabinets, actually, because we want that armor. And you? Nope. No luck so far. And, hey, we got one! And now there's no floating plant. Now that we've got that, we are going to try to pick up tables until we can get another club. It's nice and dependable getting the clubs. And we're going to pick up all the bits, which will nicely stack. Other than the wood. We apparently don't need the wood right now. Not too terribly worried about the wood. You know what, chair? I don't like you, chair. And more computers. We're going to try to grab as much stuff as we can. So, oh, by the way, this carbuncle balloon, it reduces inventory weight, meaning that everything we carry is weighs a little bit less. Which, again, is going to be important for many, oftentimes, moving things around. Alright, got all that. This room's looted for everything that I care about right now. I don't really have room. You know what? I don't need the paper. Let's see if I can get a nice little steak off this little bad boy right here. Got the rump. And the pest. You know what? I'm going to take my radiation meds. Which will make it so I'm taking less radiation. My inventory. I don't have enough room for the bolts. Is my crossbow loaded? Crossbow's loaded. Is there anything else I don't care about so much? Nope, I want everything I got. We can get more crossbow bolts later. Running with a screwdriver. Probably safer than running with scissors, which are surprisingly not a tool in this game. I'm not asking them to expand it. Alright, real quick. Let's take a drink. And then we're going to cook some of our food. Yeah, you can cook and walk away as long as you listen for those terms, or the terms for the sounds that you're looking for. Put all that stuff away, including that, and we want the lamp with us. Okay, we want to build two things. One is a makeshift spear. Metal scrap instead of... Oh, it's going to be the knife. Haha, kitchen knife. And let's grab ourselves a kitchen knife. And a phone. A phone. And duct tape. Very important in the beginning. Amazingly important throughout the whole rest of the game. Boom. Let's make sure our damage knife is not the one we're using. We'll craft ourselves a spear. If you notice that sound, that's our food being done. Gonna eat this real quick, especially because we can afford to eat it. And in fact, we can eat as much radiated meat as we want right now. Well, maybe not as much, but it's not a big concern. Now that's going to be fairly quick when it's cooking. So, grab up the knife again. Alright. Now, I already know I need cloth. We need a new chest plate. Boom. And it's gonna take a moment to finish. Makeshift chest plate. Boom. We are now an office warrior instead of a padded warrior. Ooh, ah. Alright. Put away the padded. Put away the rest of the junk. Now, while that's cooking in the background, we're going to build... Oh, nope. It's done. Time to eat it. And you can do through the options, or you can select on the hotbar and hit the trigger, or your action, one of the mouse buttons, I suspect. Alright. My train of thought just went right out the window. Put the phone there. Aha. Somewhere in here. I thought we already had the plans for the cart. We might not have. Nope, there it is. So, metal, plastic, pipe, and oil. Oil, metal, plastic, and pipes. This is gonna be our home away from home. For right now, this is gonna be the limit of what we can take to the next base area. What can fit on here and in my inventory. Sound fancy yet? And there we have entering into the Nomad Challenge. So even though we got all this stuff between these things, we're going to have to get our bench, our batteries, anything else we make for when we transfer out to our new base, and lamps and other things. So the entire thing is going to be based around that. Now, we still have some more time. This cart is also going to be great for additionally looting stuff, as you can't run around with it. But for the moment, I'm going to go on a hard adventure that's going to get me some more key items that I want. I may die during this. If I die, I die. If not, I'm going to be trying to not die as often as possible. But there are things that we want, and we just don't know it yet. Alright. Now... Yes, I think I want to go this way next for the next material that we need. I need to get a new flashlight. Oop, that's the game not loading in correctly. Here's a pool. It's another place with tainted water. But we're looking for some specific supplies. But staplers and pens we'll be grabbing left and right. We don't need the rest of the stuff so much yet. Until we do, and then we'll run and grab it. We're looking for new materials and specific other materials. Look at that, a karate helmet. It's red, it's fancy, and there's an armor of 2 and cold resistance. I'm gonna be honest, this is more important right now because the little carbuncle fuckers are little carbuncle fuckers. They're a pain in the butt. Hey, there's another human.
I thought this might be a safe place to wait until they sorted this out. Whatever this is. Looks like I was wrong.
Basic
That
backpack.
useless rent-a-cop in the plaza said to go through manufacturing,
Blah.
then head for the surface tunnel, I suppose. But that's
More
a
storage
whole
space.
sector away. If they think I'm walking all that way through their toxic machine shops, they can think again.
You are a jerk.
I'm not ready yet. Just a little longer. Maybe they'll fix this and I can get
Blah
back
blah
to my
blah
work.
blah blah
I
blah
have
blah blah blah
samples
blah
denaturing
blah
as
blah
we
blah blah
speak.
blah. All right, lady. All right, that's the major thing we came up here for. Is that backpack? Malfunctioning stuff. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna come this way. There's the paper I dropped earlier. Might as well grab it now. And our extra bolt. Nothing new has spawned in. Alright. We have another TV with an important message.
Demanding, so it's important to remember that resting is key to staying in good health. Simply
We're gonna ignore
taking a
that for now.
moment to sit down, even on the floor, will give you the energy boost.
We have an entire security area here that we can't get into.
Clearance insufficient.
More medical supplies. Always good things. And one of our first repair jobs. We need an energy brick, and then we can go down into there. But
Being a productive
that's it for
and
there for the moment. I thought there was something on this table that we're looking for. It's apparently not on that table. So, meh. Let's come into the janitor's closet. Hey, it's a dude.
I thought they were coming to help, but they weren't gatekeepers. They started shooting. I wasn't trained for
Hydrochloric
this.
acid.
I'm just a receptionist.
Pens, more phones. Might as well grab it over here. Another backpack. See, there's actually backpacks all over the place. We haven't done this email terminal yet. It's good to actually go through them. If you're in a hurry or if you're not someone for lore that you can just kind of scroll it down. This also teaches you how to make the crossbow. Now, you will not be able to get every single recipe the very first time you play. Anvils, yeah, we already have an anvil. We're just not utilizing it just yet to make a repair bench. Sounds like a good idea for the next thing to do real quick, because we got the anvil itself. Might as well make the repair bench. Come to here, the crafting. So this is how pinning works. You come here, you select what you're going to make. Repair and salvage station. You hit pin. And then it'll appear up at the top corner of the screen. Then it will highlight the items that you need. Grab the anvil. Wrong one. There we go. Anvil. Boom. And because we grabbed everything, look at that. We now have a repair and salvage station. Which, for the moment, I'm going to put here. Now, you'd think there is not an outlet immediately next to it, and you would be correct. But there's one here. Wires go through walls. But, oh, we couldn't make it. It's a very important trick that I learned very early on that I wish I had learned earlier, but did not. go to the power socket with text stuff in your inventory, and you can effectively do stuff like this. So wires go through walls, but we needed a reroute to give it the length of wire needed to get there. You're welcome for the hint. Now, if you notice, we still have all that stuff highlighted. And if you don't unpin your taskbar, it's going to get very full of lots of stuff. This can be a major inconvenience. Why'd I put the pills there? I want those in there. Hydrochloric acid. Makeshift backpack, you can live there for the moment. Let's put all our medical supplies to condense them down. And screwdriver. I'm going to keep that around to harvest with, even though we got the spear, got everything else. So basically, I've got my breaking shit down club, flashlight, my crossbow to shoot stuff, my makeshift spear, and these bad boys here. You need inventory to do it. We don't have the inventory, sadly. That required that, and I believe the other one required metal. Put it in your inventory. Eventually, you're going to get teleporters. They're going to do all this for you. Now, again, boom. And while we're at it, we need plastic and some bioscrap. That's the poop. Where's my bioscrap? Bioscrap. And with a simple pating, stuff is repaired. It repairs it fully on the station. If you're running low on a resource, don't just repair things willy-nilly. Boom, boom, boom. Sort you out. And boom. Sort you out. Look at that. We're fairly well equipped. Even got one of our trinkets, the first one you can get in the game. Next thing real quick, we had this Warren guy here. He's going to help us out. If you noticed, I've run into a lot of staff just randomly all over the place.
Reckon I'm leaving here? I don't
think so. I didn't mean to talk to him
Radio's
again.
dead, half the doors are buggered, and now there's these little hoppy things everywhere.
You're right.
You're on your
If you notice, Y is trade.
But
I'm going to trade.
if anything
He
you like turns up,
Can actually sell us
don't
things.
send for a trade.
We don't know what we need yet.
You're like, peas.
You have not already evacuated the facility.
I'm going to do a berserk charge.
Have a wonderful and productive evening.
A wonderful and productive evening. To get another item that I would like to have ASAP. Yes, there's a person that's all kinds of freaked out up there. That's fine. I'm not actually terribly concerned about that. We are trying to sneak around here. We got close enough to security bot that we learned something about it. Somewhere around one of these is usually... There he is. Ow. Alright. There's more around. In fact, there's a lot of stuff around here. This area is very dangerous. We hear stomping. Nobody here for you to worry about. Other than you. Look at that. You notice its head is through the glass there. I don't know if it can see me or not. I am not that terribly worried about it for the moment. We are coming over here. And there's a walkway here. I highly suggest this one for new players when you're coming through. Because in here... Oh, we're getting tired. There's a bunch of stuff that you really want. Look at that. We got a stealth kill. But we also got an even better security pack. Boom. Our inventory is much larger now. We got the hose. Dude had some ice cream. And now it's the middle of the night. Bio scrap. You didn't give us any food. That's unfortunate. It's not going to be very dark on our journey back. Also a soil bag. And a bucket. We can now start planting things. And a bunch of screws. Look at that. Even more stuff. And we're hearing the sounds of battle up above. We are going to do our best to stay hidden. We also hear loud ka-chunking around. That is a security robot. It is a security threat to us. Now for future reference, boom. We're getting rid of that glass. You know, it killed a peccary for me. I'm going to take a moment to try to harvest it. More food. Nobody here. You don't see me. And look at that. We're making it back to base. We've got a bunch of supplies ready to do our first move. You've seen next to where we're going to do our first move. You'll get to see it more clearly in the next adventure. I'm going to finish crawling back to base. And, oh, look at that. This is a really far distance, isn't it? I have now broken a leg. There's multiple reasons why I did this. One, to show you what happens when you break your leg. Your movement gets slowed. Everything sucks. But hey, you know what? We've made it back home. And we have splints. Use one for the broken one for the twisted ankle. And we get to heal. And I am going to put away my radioactive meat in the trash bin. Far away from where we're going to sleep. Drop off some other stuff that we don't need this moment. And time to lay down. Thank you everybody who came by. Like I said, I'm going to add the description this. It's going to include my basic rules. You know, this isn't that much of a challenge. But I felt it might be fun to do a more minimalistic. Like, it seems like I've grabbed everything. Most of these supplies, they're going to stay here. But with that, with all good things, force the world save and leave the game. Alright everybody, thank you very much for coming by. Once again, I can't actually see what's being recorded because my OBS is stupid. I hope you all have a wonderful till I see you next. Look out for me live and look out for more episodes of this Nomad.